And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. I come to you from Columbia, South Carolina. My podcast partner is in the upstate. He is the best damn Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. He is Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot, Rob. How are you doing this evening?
We finally made it, my friend. It's time to pick games.
It is. Lord, it just seems like yesterday we were picking bowl matchups. I'm just kidding. It seems like it's been a while ago, and it has.
Yeah. It's going to be I'm looking forward to picking games this evening. My wife's going to enter her class. Her class is going to play along this year. We'll see what happens with that. So that should be fun. Anyway, at Calloway's Pick'em Challenge is what we're talking about.
Fireballs, my house. Why does it look like a dungeon? I got a light turned off back there.
Oh.
So maybe I need to turn the light on.
Man. Anyway, but the Calloway's Pick'em Challenge, what we're talking about, link to get in is in the description. Jackpot, where are we at, man? Tell us about what we got going on so far.
Okay, well, we're doing very well. Rolling along here, we're getting people into this contest. I want to make a shout out to you and tell you that we need to get as many people. And I'm looking around right here like an idiot because I wrote all these names down and I seem to have set it down somewhere. We need to get as many people into the contest in the next few days as possible. We're sitting right about $2,300 or so right now in our pot. So, if we don't get a big good push, we're not going to make our $3,000 goal. However, they still have a week and a half left to get into the contest if they choose to. But like I said, there's no reason to wait and not pick the week 0 games. That's just 4 games there. If you don't pick them and you're there at the very end and you lose by 2, you're going to feel like you're going to feel kind of dumb.
Well, the winning margin last year was 3 picks. So that's
there you go.
Crazy about her. I said, well,
all right, so
I'm right now, Rob. You will indulge me here for a moment, as is tradition. I want to rattle these names off real quick. I know a lot of them I've already said it several times before, but I want to go over them one more time. This is adding the new people who have gotten in. This is who I've got in here so far. And I wanted to also give shout out to Welky over on X. I sent you a direct message. You need to check your direct messages because you sent me a screenshot of where you paid me $20, but I don't have it. I don't know if that payment, it says something about the Bank of West Virginia on it. I don't know if it's just slow getting to me or what, but you need to just read your Twitter thing and get in contact with me because I want to make sure we got you in that contest because I don't have it as of right now. Anyway, so in the contest, and these are PayPals and then Cash Apps, and I'll go back and forth because as I got new ones in, I wrote them all down in terms of which payment method I got. But there's PayPals. I have Carolina Jackpot, Rob Sanders, Cock the Hammer, Quentin Broom, Hoghead, Big Barney Ross, Undercover Boss, Steven Superior, Tiger in the Burrow, Todd, Nikki 2013, Jeremy 717, Billy Cole 711 Orange, BC 1997, Mike Bridges, Venmos, Ray Bob Jr., Dr. Bart, Jacob Rollletter, Michael Gentry, Scott Gentry, Kenneth Gallman, Tally-Ho, Larry Centerfit, and Carey. Cash Apps, Baylor Man, Bulldog JC, Troy Moses, Sancho, Ethan Hewlett, and the Rooster Man. More PayPals. Hoko Heavy, 59. Football Guru, Bob Rutherford, Cephas Wicker, High Five, Tyler Lewis, Driller Deep, and Bertonius. Venmos, Daniel Gregory, Jackpot Jr., JBW2868, Paul's Picks, Spank Mapleton, Little Jerry Seinfeld, Josh Harmon, The Biscuit, Dabo Rose My Rock, Beth Webb, Sellers Rec Specs, Cash Outs, Will Eubanks, Jordan Dealmaker, Tennessee Boy, Elijah Allen, John 32 SC, Harry Legg, Sir Comrade, PayPal's, Captain Tripp, Andrew Grove, Philip Lamaleva, SEC Dog, VicTube, Cocky T, Howard McNair, Chris Connor, Brian Manning, Todd W. Venmos, Rob has SEC bias. She's tonight 97, Sally Fleming, Chris Gentry, Ken Bellinger, the Skeety Bops, Wayne Campbell, Lee Dow, Kevin Elder, Chip Smith, Nathan Medlin, Brock Lee, Cash Outs, Christian Young, Kobe Dubose, Knoxville, Danny Long, Gamecock Chuck, Big Game Bowers, Seth Wessinger, Cole Todd, PayPal's, these are new ones. Harvey Wickenbacher Films, Shill, Kevin Bell, and Up Close and Personal. Venmos, Brandon Swan. Stop looking at me, Swan. High Mile Rolla, Hamilton Vol 23, Big Gino. I have a prediction that if Big Gino doesn't win the contest, he's going to come crack somebody's knuckles in a garage somewhere. Martin 1, Manning 0, Pagan, Mountain Mama, Jeremy McClure, Cash Outs, Lisa Sister Harkins, C. Cracker, Mo Dipper, the Sly One, Greg's Boiled Peanuts. That's a great name. Daddy O, Carolina Pride, Tyrone Q, Big Ben Vols, born in Clemson, 78. Sorry. Michael Archer, DC Trucking. He put in quotes, he said it was for sexual favors. I don't know if he means that he's going to give me sexual favors. I need to give him sexual favors, or maybe he's talking about sex toys. Because, like party toys and stuff called party favors. So that might be what it is. I don't know. And Tabitha Chavis, who just joined Cash Out today. And, she liked it so good, she sent me $20 twice. But it was by mistake. So I sent her $20 back. Anyway, guys, that's who I got in the contest right now. Like I say, week 0 games start at 12 noon. So on Saturday. So if you send your $20 for them, you can make those picks. That's what all you got to do is click the link, send me the $20, and then go back over to the page, click on that link, and make your picks. It's very easy to do. And I'm going to recap all these. Rob, I guess I'll type them all up or something because you can't read my chicken scratch, and I'll send them to you. So you'll have it.
Names and all that. Because
that way, yeah, because every year we get somebody on there picking that ain't paid.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll do what we can on that. I've got some guys that from Calloway's that are going to join, and awesome. I will be sending you their money, etc. So we're
Big Gino and the Vol. That was a part of our friend Zach Hamilton over here on the YouTube comment section. That was him and 2 people that works with him. So we could get some more groups like that in. It'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to pick games? Let's go ahead and pick these games, Jackpot. Go ahead and get it out of the way here.
I am ready to rock it and roll it, sir.
All right. So let's see here. Where is it? Oh, week 0. So for those of you who haven't done it, here's what your form will look like. I'm going to go ahead and enter my stuff here. There you go. After you do it the first time, it'll save it like it does mine. I am going to give you my picks here. I was messing around with this earlier, but Jackpot. First game, Florida State and Georgia Tech. Neutral site. They are in Ireland, sir.
We'll start with the big game first, huh?
Yep, that's the game of the day.
What's our line on this game in our contest?
Our line on this game is 11.5 right now. It's at 11.5 with us. Now that's where it opened. Now let's make sure that since we're starting at the beginning of the season here, Jackpot, for those who haven't played, all of our lines come from VegasInsider.com. We take the opening line from Vegas Insider, and that's what we use all the time. Now I know you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, well, this line is there and they've got it wrong. No, that's not the way that it is. They're from VegasInsider.com. That's where we get our lines. So the line currently.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're still picking against a spread anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But our line right now for this game is Florida State minus 11.5. But the line has jumped up to 13. They're now at minus 13, Jackpot.
No, so it's been bet down. It's lower than that now. It was 10.5 today.
I'm looking at the line right now on Vegas I'm looking on a different site. I'm sorry. Let me go look again. My bad. I went to the wrong site. Sorry. Don't get upset with me. All right. Let's see here. Make sure that I've got there we go. All right, yeah. So actually it's at 10.5. My ball at minus 10.5. So it went from 11.5 to 10.5. That's where it's at now. For the challenge, Jackpot, which way are you rolling, sir?
Okay. With that challenge, so I bet this game a while back, and I actually took Georgia Tech in the points, but I had it at 14. This was a while back. So at that spread right there, and I kind of went back and forth on this one. Florida State's strength, at least until they get things figured out offensively, I think they'll end up meshing together pretty well. They're gonna lean on that defense. I think their defense is going to be pretty strong, especially the front seven. I think that Georgia Tech will be able to move the ball somewhat, but Haynes King, I think, is probably going to make a couple of mistakes. It's probably going to cost them. I think overall Florida State's probably the deeper team here, and forcing to put me in this situation here, I'm going to take Florida State to cover that 11.5. I just think that yeah, and it's probably going to be close up until about the fourth quarter, and then they'll score something and put it away. They'll probably win by a couple of touchdowns. You know, I liked him at minus 14, but I don't like it at that line.
All right. Well, I did some of my research on it. The quarterback position leans heavy to Tech, but what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Haynes King. We'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly here. He threw for 3,400 yards last season. Very, very good. His completion percentage was kind of down a little bit, but he threw for 35 touchdowns. But wait a minute. The bad, he threw 16 interceptions. So the guy turns the ball over a good bit. Now, I would take
turnover machine.
I would take him over. If you told me I could have one or the other, I'd take him over Uyunglele all day today and twice on Sunday. I think Georgia Tech is going to hold them close. I really do. And I think that it'll be a game late and Florida State will pull it out, but I'll take Tech with the points. The next one is Montana State at New Mexico. I wrote New Mexico State in there because I'm dumb. It is New Mexico. I cannot change it now because some people have already submitted their picks, and it'll throw everything off. But it is New Mexico. That's who they're playing. With that one,
yes, you got the state right anyway.
Yeah, right. With that one, I'm going to go ahead and pick this one first. Tommy Mellett is the name you need to know for Montana State. All Big Sky quarterback last season, completed about 64% of his passes. But here's the key. He ran for almost 700 yards on the ground. All right. The big thing with that is that the line's already jumped up to 7 points, I think, for New Mexico State. Or New Mexico, I'm sorry. That's Bronco Mendenhall's new team, Jackpot. You know all about Bronco Mendenhall.
Yeah.
But I think Montana State beats them. Heads up. So I'm taking Montana State. I'm sorry. I'm taking Montana State and giving up the 4.5.
Okay. I gave this one out today too. I already went over these games, but I gave this one out. It's jumped up. That one's a 10.5 point. Or Montana State's a 10.5 point favorite now. So it's been bet way up there. Really, really good FCS team, right? They lost. To put it in perspective, in the playoffs, they lost by 1 point to North Dakota State. So we all know how good North Dakota State is. New Mexico, tough season last year. Got a really bad roster. Got a pretty good coach, though. And I think he's going to have them ready to play. For that reason, I did pick them to cover the 10.5, but I'm not going to take them to cover the 4.5 in this contest. I would have to roll with Montana State. I think they're probably going to win by about a touchdown. This might be the best game of the day. I mean, in terms of being evenly matched.
All right, the next one is SMU at Nevada. SMU making their way into the ACC. What the fuck? Nevada is a 21.5 point dog at home, jackpot. Which way you rolling there?
I think SMU is going to smash them. Nevada has no start. Their starting quarterback is out for the year, and I don't think that he was very good anyway. First year under a brand new coach. From what I understand, they don't really even have like any receiving talent. Just a bad situation there. SMU first year in the ACC. Return quarterback Preston Stone. Stone, and they also have I don't know if they got a 1,000-yard rusher, but he's pretty close to it. And Rhett Lashley, the offensive-minded coach there, he likes to run it up when he has a chance to do so, and I think he'll have every opportunity to do so on Saturday. This is going to be blood. I mean, a lot of people probably overthink this and say, well, how are they going to be able to do in the thin air? They'll be just fine. I wouldn't even be worried about that. Take SMU the points. They'll probably beat them by 40.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that too. I don't. There's nothing about Nevada that makes me say, "Hey, they have a shot here." So,
well, you're telling me there's a chance. Fuck no, I'm not. You're losing.
You're a loser. Fuck off. Yeah, I'm going to take SMU minus 21.5. The final matchup is Delaware State at Hawaii, jackpot. Delaware State is a terrible football team. They are a 27.5 point dog. There's some underlying issues with this game. Delaware State hasn't even made it to Hawaii yet. They were supposed to fly out there yesterday, but they had issues with their shuttle bus because they were trying to take a direct flight from New York. So they were going to take a shuttle bus to LaGuardia up in New York City and then fly directly out to Honolulu. But that ended up going to shit because they missed their shuttle bus. Something happened with scheduling, whatever. They missed out on that. So when that happened, they had to reschedule it and then get where they're flying. They stayed last night in a New York City hotel. And then they ended up flying like with 3 different stops just to get to Hawaii. And as of 9 o'clock this evening, they hadn't made it there yet. So they can't even.
Where are they at? Are they in a hotel somewhere? Or are they?
No, they're in the air. Supposedly, they're supposed to land at about 8 o'clock Hawaii time, which would be like 2 o'clock in the morning here.
Jesus Christ!
But here's the thing, though. That's great. You get in 8 o'clock Hawaii time. Everybody gets where they need to go. But it's all of a sudden it's Thursday. You're 2 days away from the game. Hawaii has said that they'll help them as far as with practice time and everything else. I was thinking about taking Delaware State because that's a hell of a lot of points, and Hawaii's not exactly the the world power here, but these kids haven't had enough time to get their damn legs in the damn sand yet.
Well,
And
I
Hawaii's going to blow them out.
I was going to take Hawaii to blow them out anyway, even before all this happened, talking about travel situations, just based on, look, Delaware State is it's an FCS school, very, very limited funding, very, very slim athletic budget. It's not like Alabama flying out to Hawaii. All right. I mean, they're probably flying coach or flying on, I don't know what it's called. What's
Steerage. They're back there. They're back there. Steerage.
What's that other one?
Dogs.
Huh?
Get back there with the dogs, you assholes.
Spirit Airlines, or there's another cheap one too. Yeah, but I figured this would be a rough trip for them, and plus they're not very good. I looked at last year; they were blown out in most of the games they played. Like their only win was against the University of Virginia at Lynchburg. I didn't even know there was such a damn thing. So, nah. Yeah. I'll be taking the Rainbow Warriors. Allegiant, yeah.
So Jackpot took FSU at 11.5. I took Georgia Tech. We both like Montana State. We both like SMU. We both like Hawaii. There you go. There's our picks for week 0, Jackpot.
Yeah, Hawaii can be, I mean, it can be a house of horrors for some of these teams from the mainland, too.
Well,
South Carolina actually took 2 Jim Carlin coached teams out to Hawaii and lost both of them. So, they lost in 1977 and they lost again in 1981 in Coach Carlin's last game. That's what he actually got let go for. There was a lot of controversy and stuff there about, the president and them, money issues and, maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The real reason he got fired was in 1977, when I understand, they told him after they lost at Hawaii, look here, now we're playing them again in 4 years. If you come out here and lose again, we're going to let you go. And damn if he didn't do it. So that's why I got let go. But that's fine because it ushered in the 1 year stint of Richard Bell, who also got fired. But that ushered in Mr. Black Magic himself, Joe Morrison, who I widely regard as to gone way too soon and would have ended up probably being the best head coach in Gamecock history. If
I agree with that last part, but the whores and the roids did him in, sir. Certainly did.
Well, sir, everybody was doing roids back then. Everybody.
Yeah. I like Joe Morrison. I'm joking.
I think he was oblivious.
Remember, we showed that on here where he did like the commercial for some limousine company.
Yeah, nothing rides like a Jennings limousine.
I mean, but he looked like
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, but I mean, he was like the coolest. He was just cool. I like Joe Morrison.
He slapped a lot of women around with that baloney pony back in the day. I can tell you, he had them hanging off of it. You think you ain't seen Ric Flair? Hasn't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, well. Anyway, there are our picks right there. Let's see here. What else we got? I want to invite people to join the program here. The link, by the way, for the challenge is still there. If you want to join, have at it. And Jackpot's talked about this before, but the people that are that run their mouths up in here, the ones that run their dick suckers all the time, you should enter the contest. Show us how much football knowledge you have.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, the ones that run those dick suckers the most are going to finish right behind Biscuit, way back there past 96. Just the way it's going to happen. So
96 South Carolina or 96 in the contest?
Billy said. Biscuit says he's finishing 96th overall.
I'm watching the Brewers are playing the Cardinals here over on FS1. I like those Brewers uniforms they got, and they're pretty traditional. You remember when they changed the uniforms up for like a 10-year period? You remember that? And like they had like the solid blue cap with the block M on it with like the little grain of barley.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was weird and it really didn't fit. This one,
I still like the Braves powder blue uniforms, man. I think those are just outstanding.
What are you talking about? Like the one with the T-shirt I got, like with the old school lowercase a.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what Hank Aaron had on when he hit his 715.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, Billy was up there, but apparently they cut him off at the rest home. If you would like to join the program, we will put you in here. There you go. What's your favorite Gamecock uniform, Jackpot? Since we're talking about the uniforms there for a second, which way do you like to go? What would you like to see them play in if you had your choice?
I like the one they wear with the garnet tops, the black pants, and that matte black helmet. Or excuse me, it's the all garnet with the matte black helmet, like they wore. They wore it in the Texas A&M game a couple of years ago. I think they wore it in the Tennessee game too. The sign stealing game. That one's hard to beat.
Yeah, I like for the Gamecocks. I like the all black with the block C on the helmet. I think that just looks really, really cool. And that could be your road game. For the home game, I like the black pants and the white shirt. But for Clemson, I like the military the military uniforms that they wear with
the purple.
The purple, I like those with the all purple setup. I think that's cool. But overall, though, I really like the purple pants and the white top. That's probably my favorite uniform for Clemson for football, anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I've never seen Clemson with a different helmet.
No, just the standard white helmet or the standard helmet with the paw on it.
Never change that up.
Yep. Billy, what's up, buddy?
Hey, there's a few people
Billy!
in the comment section. You need to explain the line again. It does not change with y'all. What you sent out, it stays the same.
Right.
And I just want to make sure there's a few people over here.
There's a few people that we're not changing the line at all. We use the opening line that they put out on Tuesday afternoon for everything. That's why we don't put the page out until Wednesday. Yeah. Because the lines don't come out till noon on Tuesday. So whatever the opening line is, that's what we roll with. Now, they could be bet up or bet down. It doesn't matter. That line that it opens up,
it's the same here.
Right. We don't change.
You mean South Carolina cut loose with some money and is getting another type of color uniform?
Yeah, Gamecocks
have
had
front door.
Yeah, they've had some. They had some that were shitty. Do you remember the what was it during the Muschamp year where they had Carolina written out in cursive? Fuck those uniforms.
I hate that. Beamer still he had the shirt on in the last press conference he did with that on his polo. That
why is it?
The Chick-fil-A, Carolina, that's stupid.
Why is it, Jackpot? Like you mentioned this, the Clemson helmet is always the same. The Gamecock helmet should stay the same. Black helmet, block C, and don't change it. Just make that your goddamn helmet. Let's stop trying to be cute and write Chick-fil-A shit on the side of our helmet. It's just stupid.
We're trying to turn into Oregon. We're having trouble with the being able to play like them concept right now. But as far as uniform changes and the helmet changes, we're getting there.
Jackpot's cutting into my time. Did you see where Oklahoma?
You remember that ugly ass helmet they wore in that game, and I think it was against Florida. I think in 2016, that fucking upside down rooster tail. Do you remember that?
God damn it! Yeah, going with like it had like the tail feathers flying out the back of it, like we're running ass chicken.
Fucking angel dust when I came out that way. Go ahead, Billy. I'm sorry.
Did you see what the NIL has gotten down to? Oklahoma State players have QR codes on their helmets.
Yeah. So like if a kid scores a touchdown, you could see the QR code, scan it, and send money to them. Basically, is what it boils down to.
By me.
Yeah.
All right, jackpot. It might be another rough weekend this weekend, so I'm just give you a heads up. What's with this onus Conan? What's his name? Conan Bandy kid from Columbia goes to Heart something Hall, Heartland Heart something Hall.
Hammond Hall?
Yeah,
Heathwood Hall.
Heathwood Hall. He's a cornerback. Looks like he's going to Tennessee. He's going to do the hat selection thing. That is so dumb.
It sounds like another one of those Jordan Birch types, Rob. Another one of the private school.
Yep.
Kids can go wherever they want to go. It's weird to me though. Like, if you want to stop all this bullshit, then stop making every signing like it's the best fucking thing ever. Don't give these kids a stage.
That's like the other day. It took almost an hour for this kid. Took almost an hour for the kids in high school. You don't deserve all that. Who cares?
But yeah, I mean, and look, and I'll stand by this too. And this is nothing against the kids from Heathwood Hall, Hammond Hall, whatever. You are playing, if you are an athlete that gets a scholarship offer from Tennessee, South Carolina, whatever, you are basically playing as a man against little itty bitty boys.
Yep.
And that's what you're doing right now.
Yep.
And that's why, like, when I see these kids playing against those kind of things, man, I'm just like, and we're gonna wait 2 hours to fucking watch this? No.
And that's like, like I tell you, I remember years ago, like when Jordan Birch played with Hammond, Rob, and he was this 5-star, and I was like, and I'm not trying to like dump on Tennessee getting the guy. I mean, that's great, whatever. But I was like, he's a 5-star. I'm like, he's playing against a bunch of slow white boys that are like 5'9". I'm like,
I don't think.
If you'll remember, Rob, that August, they televised it on ESPN that Pennsylvania high school came down, and they kicked the living shit out of them. It was like 50-something to 6 or something. And and since he's been in at South Carolina and Oregon, I mean, he hasn't lived up to 5-star billing. Not
there was talk that he was going to be the next Clowney. You remember people saying
that?
Yeah. Elijah says it's their moment. Let's
Clown, maybe.
No. Look, that's like Arch Manning. Arch Manning, I don't think Arch Manning never beat I think a public school when he was in high school. So he went to one of these private Christian schools, a bunch of rich white kids, and they didn't play nobody. But when they did play somebody, I don't think he beat a private school.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. So
I just he was back to what Elijah was talking about up there about like calling us boomers, like let them have their moment. They fucking haven't done shit to earn that goddamn moment.
Exactly.
The world's supposed to stop because you are a little bit long in the arms, a little bit, and you're a little bit faster than other folks.
Taller.
And you haven't done shit yet. Yep. But we're supposed to stop the sports world because some 4-star kid from a private school in Columbia, South Carolina that no one's heard of, we're supposed to stop the world about that.
All right.
What is the deal with the 20-somethings calling us people, Rob, that are like in our 40s boomers? Boomers were born in the 50s.
Right.
Dumbass. We're what are we? Gen X?
I am a proud Gen Xer. That's what.
Yeah. Billy's probably a boomer.
I was born in 55.
Okay, then you probably qualify.
When someone calls you a boomer like that, what they're basically saying is they don't have the wherewithal or the bearings or whatever term you want to use to go with you in a debate type format. They just call you a boomer and make it sound like you're just some old ass man.
Yeah, we're not old people yelling at the clouds. I don't even know what.
Well, no, sir. I've seen you yell at the fucking clouds at some of the live streams, so I don't want to hear shit from you.
So I guess
that dude Saturday, that commitment was nuts. I mean, at least
that was ridiculous.
At least the dude was. I mean, I felt like he was genuine. I mean,
oh yeah,
he was genuine, but good Lord,
I mean, he thanked everybody except his bus driver getting.
Thank you, Granny. Even though you don't know nothing about football, thank my grandpa for being there for me. And what a man you were. You went out and you cut everybody in the neighborhood's yard for free. That don't sound like. I mean, to me, I mean, like, damn son, why you guys get paid for it? Yeah, he was thanking everybody. He was.
Oh look, Rob has SE biases off tonight. You're not delivering pizza tonight. You off tonight? Rob has SE.
Why isn't it? What I mean, why do you two go back and forth like that?
We just
Domino's is slow right now.
Oh, he's gonna be. He's trying to work up to master driver.
Master driver.
Let me get up. I was going to see something else, but let me go.
Is he in the house this evening?
Yeah, he's in the house. That's why I say he must be off tonight.
He said he goes, Billy, can you tell us all about the gold rush?
That's why I come up with that.
I can tell you about the gold rush lottery ticket. That's about it.
Yeah, well.
Did you acknowledge Hoghead Super Chat?
I've got it posted here. He says Jackpot totally loves the UT orange helmets.
Yeah, I do. They're pretty sharp.
Yeah. He likes it.
I got a UT helmet in my helmet collection. It's the black one.
You had two of them, one to shit in, the other to cover it up with.
Nah, I mentioned the one. I got the black one.
Tennessee in all orange. That's the ugliest looking uniform I've ever seen. Hope they never.
Somebody said they wanted to see them in all orange with the orange helmet. I've seen them wear all orange.
I've seen that, and it's ugly. It's absolutely.
They used to wear that. They used to wear all orange a lot back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Tennessee comes back on the South Carolina schedule next year, right? I think. Isn't that how it works? I can't remember.
No, the next.
No,
it would be the next year if they do. Next year, everything that you play this year it's going to be the exact same schedule, except you're going to be at the opposite sites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So next year we'll go to LSU, Ole Miss, and Mizzou. So.
Well, I pointed it out to Rooster a few minutes ago. He was talking about
virtual jackpot. Fuck my life. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah, really.
About South Carolina's wide receiver room is kind of short, and I said, well, you got 5 place kickers, 4 long snappers, and a punter. You could get rid of about 4 or 5 of those people.
Well, no. What do you do if one gets hurt?
5 place kickers, 4 long snappers.
I mean, like
you got some linemen that can hike the ball 12 yards.
I mean, when you're really, really aggressive on special teams, you can have some injuries. So you kind of need depth at those positions. I agree with that.
Not when you're saying you need depth at wide receiver or some of these other positions. But Rooster said they could.
We got plenty of depth. We got plenty of wide receivers. That ain't but about one of them ever caught a pass for us, though. The rest of them have all been at other places. I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about that unit. I mean, just how are they going to – I don't know. How are they going to gel with Sellers? That's my thing.
All right. Well, what else you got there, Billy? By the way, thank you, Hoghead, for the super chat.
Yeah, we need everybody tomorrow to go to work. For those of y'all at work, I don't know about Rob as SEC by, and get your coworker, get them to sign up. Make them do it right there at their computer. Sit down with them, show them how to do it. Sit down with them. Hold their hand, get $20 and move on.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all go. Good night.
All right.
You might really, and he's right there. You may have to hold somebody's hand.
There you go.
In terms of using the computer, because I have, I have found some folks out there whose computering skills are not. Well, your
That's why they don't want to sign up.
Computing like they need to be computing.
It's why they don't want to sign up.
I can't, in this day and age, I can't understand not being able to use a computer.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Or
Billy Cole, you don't go to work. Chris
and now with me though, I mean, when I was in retail and management, that's how I stayed fresh as far as learning all that stuff and learning the new Windows and whatever program was being run that's trendy at the time. Now, with me not being retail anymore, with me just being out shoveling chips all the time, I'm thinking, man, in a few years, am I going to be just like totally, living in the Stone Age or what? Kind of.
Christopher Adam, I've been retired longer than you are old.
Here we go.
I've been retired longer than you probably are old.
Yeah, there we go.
Fuck my life. Fuck it.
Good night, y'all. Later.
See you later. Virtual jackpot doing his thing, man. Fuck my life. Fuck it.
Jerry Wells said, "Do you miss the retail?" No, I don't. I will tell you, like the worst day that I've had delivering the tater chips has probably been better than my best day in the retail. That's a fact.
Anyway, let's see here.
I'm still kind of working retail. It's kind of like I still do a little bit, but
a little bit
responsible for my little.
But you're responsible for your stuff, but I mean, in fairness, you're not managing other motherfuckers that don't give a shit. You're just
no. I still help them out too, and I do in the grocery stores. I help their customers find things too, and it's fun. It kind of harkens me back to my days when I did that all the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's the link to join the program if you want to have at it. Our picks are up there. So they're all lined up there, ready for you to go. You can join the contest. Link is in the bio. Yeah, jackpot. I mean, it's crazy. We've made it, man. It seemed like summer was never going to fucking end there for a minute,
Yeah, and it's even feeling a little bit fallish outside. And you see, I've got the hoodie on tonight. I see you're sleeveless as normal, but I've got the hoodie on. It's a little bit cold here in the house still with the air conditioners. We haven't changed it, but outside, I mean, the temperatures are nice and mild this morning. I think it was about 61 degrees at 5:30 this morning. Yeah. As I was standing outside of Spinks. And tomorrow morning, it's supposed to be like 59. So, yeah.
I know when I went to the gym this morning, it was a little brisk as I was walking to the car to go to the gym. I was like, hey, what's going on here, motherfuckers? That's kind of how it felt. But normally you go out there and it's just muggy as all hell. But it didn't feel that way. It was a little crispness in the air. I can appreciate that.
Bulldog JC says there was a guy stuck in the shelf at the Publix here. Looked like Jack. Where is that at?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking Bulldog JC. I didn't think you had the answer to the question.
Will says, I want Georgia Tech to cover, but I think FSU whips them.
Why do you want Georgia Tech to cover?
104 in Waco. Get the hell out of here with all that.
Does it feel like 104 though, or is it kind of like that Las Vegas dry heat out in Waco?
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. All right. Well, anyway,
I don't know, Biscuit. Why can't two Chinese people have a white kid?
I mean, I think I don't know. You can go buy a kid nowadays, right? If you're too lazy to fuck for one, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, the fucking part's the fun part.
Yeah, the fucking part's the fun part, but
two Wongs don't make
two Wongs don't make a white. Very good, sir. Let's welcome Vic to the program. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm super excited about it, the return of college football this weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The only thing I'm not happy about it, I wish that kickoff of that Florida State game was like 2, because I got to go out and do some work Saturday morning, and I'm gonna have to freaking get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go so I can go get it done and be back here. Because I think last year the game started at like 2 or something. I don't know why they're changing that up, but at any rate.
Yep, yeah, it's the best time of the year. Yep, and then between college and NFL, there's going to be football every weekend until the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, so for my picks of this week's game, I am going to take Georgia Tech to cover. So I'm going to take New Mexico, SMU, and Hawaii.
You're almost as smart as me. That's almost mine too. But I went with Florida State. Do you think that Georgia Tech could actually strike the upset bit?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, I could definitely see it. I would not be shocked. But I'm still going to take FSU to win. But I think Tech keeps it close.
How embarrassing would that be for Florida State if they go out there after that debacle in the Orange Bowl last year against Georgia, just absolutely just getting just steamrolled and just pretty much letting it happen, and then to go out in Ireland, travel what how far is that, like 4,000 miles from here? I don't know. It's a long way. 3 continents over, and drop a game to the nerds. I mean, how awful would that be?
Yeah, I want Florida State to lose. Yeah, because that would be.
I mean, it might undo a lot of the good that Mike Norvell has done.
Yeah, that would be so funny. After how they've cried. The whole off season about ESPN and Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah, I don't. Look, I mean, what did Kirk Herbstreit ever do to you? The guy, he's a freaking announcer. I mean, what? Yeah, it's crazy.
You shit-kicking, stinky horse-smelling motherfucker, you!
That's what they think of all that nonsense. I don't like they were big time mad about that. I remember that.
Yeah, they're big mad.
Big mad. All right, Vic, what else you got there, buddy?
Nothing. That's all. Yeah.
All right, buddy. You have a good night, man. We'll talk to you later on.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Rob has an SEC bias. Joins the show. What's up, buddy?
Good evening, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Yeah,
Better than we deserve.
Well, I know we were talking threads, so I figured I had to put on one of the best jerseys ever made, ever set foot on earth. The South Carolina Wounded Warriors. Okay. I think you got to put that in there. I know y'all are mainly talking about helmets, but we got to acknowledge the Wounded Warrior, okay?
Look at you making that thing look good.
I'm telling you what. And you know what else, Jackpot? We just got our ticket.
Why is there a circle around your fucking camera? What the hell is that all about?
I'm using my older laptop. I had to send my new one back to HP.
When was this laptop made?
Are you using your Ring camera to live stream?
It looks like you're using a camera that you were gonna like shoot dirty porn videos with.
I'm calling him from the hole in the wall.
You're calling them from the glory hole.
From the glory hole. What a mess.
But no, we just got our tickets for week 1, Old Dominion. Kale, we hope to see you out there. You got any plans on taking old Jackpot Jr. down?
No, I'm not going to that one. I'm gonna go to the road game this year at Alabama. I'm planning on going to that one. Yeah, I've already got a place to stay lined up and all that stuff. But no, I probably won't hit any home games this year. I work on Saturdays, meaning my live streams I do here. That's my work on.
That's fair. He froze up.
As you would say.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I think I remember you
He's
talking
got a
about.
people camera. God damn it, King Kong Chuck. He's got people.
Hey, keep the roast coming. We
Holy
love the
shit.
hate. All right, we're Gamecock fans. All right, you can't say anything to us that we haven't already heard. Okay,
Oh, yeah, well, speaking of glory holes, your team's had dicks rubbed on them forever, so
well,
you do that.
aren't your in Clemson the players, the Clemson football team notorious for rubbing dicks mid game? Or I must be thinking
No, it was buttholes.
Ohio State, right? The old 3-finger special, Rob.
Yeah, that was Christian Wilkins was giving that guy a prostate exam.
Yeah, so let's not bring that into discussion because I think we got you on that. But yeah, I just got my tickets to that, and then I also got my tickets to the Missouri game because I need to see Drinkowitz fucking go down. It's about high time this motherfucker lost.
Well, I mean, he sees South Carolina, he sees bye week. I mean,
fucking hate that.
They're gonna tie him in a knot.
We're gonna beat the shit out of him.
Tell me what I'm saying that was wrong here. He has never lost to South Carolina, whether it's at Mizzou or at App State. He sees South Carolina. It's winning all the time.
Well, those things have a way of coming to an end.
Yeah,
eventually. Sure.
And I think we're gonna get him, we're gonna get him at home this week, or not this week, but this year. I think this is the year we're gonna actually topple him over, man. I don't see all the hype behind Missouri this year. I mean, I know they got Brady Cook coming back. Luther Burden's good. But I just think they were kind of lightning in a bottle last year.
Well, there's like heavy juice to them coming in under that 9.5 win total. And I'm trying to figure out where is it coming from because I mean I said, that's got to be wrong, because they have, they're three wide receivers could start on anybody's team. And Brady Cook had a coming out party last year, probably one of the top 4 quarterbacks in the SEC, I would say. He ain't great, but he's definitely above average. He's a gamer. That the lines of scrimmage are good.
He's got a big heart.
The back end of that defense, they ain't great. They're good. They're good enough, but I'm just thinking that they're maybe putting a lot of stock into them losing that defensive coordinator, and then the whole Cody Schrader deal. What did he rush for 1,700 yards last year?
Yeah, he did.
And you got a couple of good transfers coming in, but I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily a plug and play system, and it. As much as last year was just like Schrader just had a fucking monster year. I don't think that like these two, I don't think they may not combine for 1,700 yards together. You know what I mean?
Well, and they don't play a particularly, let's just be honest, they don't play exciting football. Like, if you can get down there, trudge up the line of scrimmage, I could see them losing a couple shitters against some worse teams. You know what I mean?
No, they remind me. They remind me of Kentucky a lot. They're very similar.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm getting my popcorn ready. I mean, there's a lot more optimism coming out of the South Carolina camp this year than the Clemson folks. Let's just be honest for a second. They're just walking into the absolute grinder week 1. Kirby's gonna walk your dog, Rob. Kirby is gonna walk your dog.
I know there was a video leaked. I saw it over on Facebook the other day from about a week ago of Matt Luke sweating and yelling at his offensive linemen in practice and coaching them hard. So they automatically they think they're back. Now, in terms of the offensive line, it's going to be outstanding.
If only it was that easy. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, because
he's the only coach in America who's yelling at somebody. Right?
Yeah, exactly right. Well, and not only that, they don't even know the names of their O-linemen. Dabo showcased that in just an absolute fumble of a video.
I think he may be he may be dealing with like some early onset dementia, or just maybe not that, maybe just some lack of memory, lack of focus.
I mean, Spurrier smacked him around pretty damn hard, so maybe it was just like some late onset CTE.
Yeah, and then he fucking retired him. So shut up. Shut the fuck up. Spurrier quit because he ran his dick sucker so much about Clemson, and then once he's seen, oh fuck, I can't deal with that, then he fucking
he didn't quit before
quit in the middle of the fucking season. He didn't want to go up there and get his dick handed.
He lost to LSU.
He did not want to go up to Clemson with the piece of shit team he had and get his dick handed to him.
He didn't care no more about Clemson than nothing. He's the man who came to Columbia.
Everything with him was Clemson. What are you talking about?
He made a big deal about how
trying to do stuff like that.
Clemson. The only goal was to beat Clemson. They had signs hanging up in the locker room that said, beat Clemson, beat Clemson.
And he took them down.
I went and I jerked a few of them off myself.
Exactly.
They took them down. So
I know you jerked a lot of people off
because Clemson had one good year.
Mm-hmm. Jackpot just brought the heat. He brought the heat. He just straight up.
I'm telling you, as good of a coach as he was, and what as shitty as y'all played in that 2015 game, he would have beat your ass if he'd been coaching in it.
Yeah, sure. He might have.
Sean Elliott, damn outdone it.
We treated that game like it was a bye week, which was.
Oh yeah. That's what happens every time you don't perform. We didn't care. We treated it like a bye week. No, we can't ever say, hey, we play like shit today.
No, they can't.
Lucky we got to win.
Listen, nobody who loses to the Gamecocks can ever just say, man, the Gamecocks had our number.
I said that the last time that you fucking beat us. You fucking beat us. Fuck is wrong with you? Do you not hear shit?
Well,
you were the better fucking team that day.
I'm speaking in general now, Rob. I'm not speaking.
Yeah, you can speak in general all you want, but I'm the one that's here. Talk to me, motherfucker. I know what the hell I said. And I said
it. I said it.
He said it.
Damn.
I said
it.
Listen, Rob, we can speak in generality. We can speak in generalities.
I'm not going to sit here and let you just run your mouth when your fucking program is the goddamn government welfare SEC program. You are literally the government cheese program of the conference. And you're not going to sit here and run your mouth to me about, your program sucks and we have what was it you said? Better things are coming out of the fucking camp from South Carolina than it's at Clemson. That's because your fucking season's over once camp ends. You're just going out there to get your dicks kicked in again, just like you do every fucking year. Stop it. You and Christopher Adam and the rest of these motherfuckers can all get together and lesbian scissor each other, rub your twats against each other, and make yourselves happy. Because that's the only way you're going to be happy during football season.
Why do we have to make this vulgar? I mean,
because I can. Damn
really
it.
Necessary.
You want to know why, Kale?
Not helping the ratings. This is not getting us.
Wait, hold on. Jackpot. You told somebody their mom's pussy was high in protein on this channel. You fucking said that.
Yeah, well, people like to hear things like that. They don't want to hear about scissoring and all that.
Okay.
Kale, the reason
nobody want to hear none of that gay shit.
The reason he's like this is because his program lost to fucking Duke last year. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. He's sitting here. He's done it for like 3 or 4 days in a row on this afternoon show, bumping his gums about Clemson dropping South Carolina off the schedule. You need to drop Duke off your schedule.
We should drop South Carolina off the schedule.
Try canceling all future trips to Raleigh, North Carolina, since apparently you can't win there either anymore.
Well, but here's the thing.
Miami off the list while you're at it.
What I said. It's non-conference games that I'm talking about, and those should be handled accordingly.
It's probably going to start a losing streak.
God damn it! Don't you take our Super Bowl from us, Rob. It's the only fucking thing we fucking have. Don't you take that from us, Rob.
Yeah, the game against Alabama, that doesn't feel special.
That's bullshit. That's not that. You guys go into that game knowing you don't have a shot in hell. Your fucking only hope is to go into Clemson and win that game.
How about we were the only SEC East team to beat Alabama until Georgia finally decided to do it?
Boom.
Awesome.
Us, motherfucker. We had to carry the torch. Us. The Gamecocks. And I was there.
We did it. We did it.
The crazy part about that is when you go back and actually look at it, you weren't really – Alabama wasn't playing – the best of the SEC East during that time period. It wasn't like they were playing the best teams on that side of the division. But if you need to have that to validate your program, please have at it.
They were playing all the SEC East teams, and nobody was dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
They played Georgia back in 2015. Mouth pumped them. They played Florida. Mouth pumped them. They played Tennessee. That goes without saying that they mouth pumped them multiple times. Oh.
But they come into a ruckus Willie B. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. That wasn't even a night game. Imagine if it was a night game. We would have been out by 30.
No, that was a noon game.
Early game.
This is just so stupid. I'm just whatever. Y'all, whatever it is, y'all need to tell yourself.
I'm just saying, if we're honest, the premier football theater in South Carolina sits in Columbia. Let's just be honest.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, what do you think, Kale?
What's that?
What do you think? The premier football venue in the state of South Carolina, it sits in Columbia. What would you say?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's nowhere better.
Why don't you reach to the people and jerk his dick off from there, Jackpot?
That Williams-Brice is known worldwide.
It's elite.
That soccer match that they brought there was the soccer equivalent of the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Boom! Damn sure was.
Those games sell out everywhere. What are you talking about?
That was a huge game. Rob doesn't understand because he lives in a bubble. All right.
A damn ticket cost a mortgage payment.
Exactly right, and that motherfucker sold out. People were flying in from around the world to see that. You think people fly around the world to come to fucking Clemson? Come on.
Where'd you get your degree from, sir?
Don't worry about it.
All right, suck a dick. Thanks. That's how that works. He got his degree from there, but he wants to run his mouth. Have a good night, sir.
Did you just kick him off?
Yeah, no, I just put him in timeout for a minute.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to do that anymore. It's rude.
It is rude, but where'd you get your degree from?
We all know where I got my degree from.
That's right, because you didn't want to go to South Carolina. Sorry.
Now, do you want to address
what else you'd like to add? Do you have anything else you'd like to add to the program?
There is something else I'd like to add.
Okay.
I think right now Lenora Sellers is better than Cade Klubnik.
You're going out on a limb there. Oof.
What do you think about that?
You're going out on a fucking huge limb there, sir.
Where do you place Cade Klubnik? I guess I should ask first. Where do you place him on your
I don't know.
I think if he wasn't better than Cade Klubnik, we may be in trouble.
Yeah.
Probably. Where do you place him though? Do you think he's good enough to get you where you need to go?
I think if he can be a game manager, Clemson wins 10 games. If he doesn't throw fucking pick sixes like he did last year, and he runs the plays he's supposed to play, Clemson wins 10 games.
Now, does your outlook on the season change if, let's say, Georgia just mollywops you, maybe beats you by 40? No, you still have the same outlook?
Yep.
Did he throw a pick six last year?
Oh, yeah, the Florida State game was a pick six. He had, I think he had 2 pick sixes last year.
I think the most egregious, though, was calling his own number. To this day, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody doing that at this time.
I have no clue how that feasibly happened.
What do you think?
Just tell the coaching staff, fuck you, I'm not going to do what you told me to do, and I'm just going to run a different fucking play.
You think they even did anything to him? Like when they got back home, you
I
think
don't
they?
know. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know. I know Sweeney called him out in the post game. Sweeney normally doesn't do that, but he called him out in the post game. So yeah.
Today's college football, I just there's no accountability, man.
No, today's college football is very much a player's game. It's like the coaches don't have any control over that. Well, they don't have control over much of shit anymore. And that's why I was like, for a while, I was like, I thought Mike Norvell was, last year I was really excited when he beat Clemson, and I was like, yeah, you go, you're him. But then when that shit happened with the whole get left out of the playoffs, snub, crybaby, and all of that stuff, I was like, I wasn't too high on him. I'm like, who lets this go on? I mean, who's running this program? This guy sucks. But now that I think about it, maybe not. I mean, I'm thinking, Mike Norvell probably, he had zero control over that. I mean, he didn't have any control of what those fuckers did. They were going to do what they wanted to do. They wanted to opt out. They were going to opt out. There was nothing that he could do about it at that point. He probably wanted to keep the team together. But he was probably like, and if I give these people what for, then who's going to get pissed off and hit the transfer portal?
Exactly right, and that's what I've been saying. I mean, there's no point to the school anymore. There's no loyalty. They're all just fucking mercenaries. Who can give me the best dollar? It's ridiculous. And honestly, the funding for this is going to crash at some point. I mean, there's not just going to be unlimited NIL funding. Grant, it's got to come to a head at some point. I don't know if it's going to be the NCAA that strikes down or if it's just
I don't know how that's going to work.
You know what? I was listening to something today. I listen to a lot of podcasting while I'm out and about working. And so I started back recently listening to the Zach Smith Minister Sports podcast. Kind of stopped listening to it last year when he kept shitting on Spencer Rattler all the time, and I got tired of listening to it. But Spencer Rattler's gone now, so I forgive him, whatever. I've been starting to listen to it again. They were talking about Ohio State losing out on David Sanders to the Voltards. And this kind of, I didn't have to really think about this, but I just put it in perspective. But Zach Smith's like, eventually, how you can't keep trying to recruit these high level guys and swinging and missing on them, because how much money are you wasting on resources, on trips to visit this guy and bringing it? How much are you wasting and time that you've invested into trying to get these guys and not landing any of them? That's time you're not getting it back. And time is your one of your most valuable assets. So, I mean, I never really thought about that.
You're exactly right. And when it all totals up, I think it's very safe to say you can assume you're probably spending around $30 million, I'd say, between the NIL and recruiting. Mainly donor funding, and that's just an estimate for me. How the fuck is that gonna? I mean, who's gonna keep paying for that? That money's not unlimited. It's not like they're using tuition money. Eventually these pockets are gonna dry up. I mean, that's just my opinion, but it's kind of ruining the game, though, if we're honest with ourselves. I mean, you can't get happy, you can't get attached to any of your fucking recruits, because they might go the next fucking day, just like Mike Bobo in the wind. You never know what's going to happen these days. I don't understand how they let it get.
Well, just kind of like that dickhead that Beamer hired to be tight end coach that just up and left and went to Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I can't remember his name. Fuck. What was it?
Cotton McFlapperson.
What the?
Cotton
McFlapperson?
Cotton McFlapperson.
Foley.
Calloway.
Yeah, there you go.
He had 3 leave early, right? It was Bobo, Calloway, and wasn't there one more? The DC. No.
Well, Jimmy Lindsay kind of ran the
Yeah,
defensive
that's
line
Jimmy.
coach. He kind of ran off right at the end of spring last year and took the LSU job, which I was fine with that because that defensive line sucked when he was there. And I think Travian Robertson's a better fit at South Carolina than him. So,
yeah. Well, have you guys looked at the ODU game?
We both we'll have the pick for that game later on, but ODU runs a fast-paced offense, and defensively though they're supposedly in shambles, but they think they can throw the ball around a little bit, so we'll see how that works out for them. I don't know.
Are y'all predicting a close game, or do you think Gamecocks just roll?
I mean, you would like I mean, we'll have to see what the line's going to be. I think it's at 21 and a half or something like that.
19 and a half.
Whatever it is. I think that South Carolina, in theory, should have a.
We start slow. You got to keep that in mind. Every year, the Gamecocks start slow.
They do. The only one they haven't the past few years is when they opened up with who was that? Western Illinois or whatever, the Beamer's first game.
I think so.
And they went out and walked the dog on them, but I mean that team was just god awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have started slow. Last year, case in point, 2022. Who did open up with 22? Oh, it was Sean Elliott's team, Georgia State.
Yeah, close game.
Yeah, they didn't play that well there.
Block punts won it for us.
I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this game go kind of like that one.
That's what I'm worried
about. Think that they may not.
I think Sean Elliott's Georgia State team was better than Old Dominion. Lost a lot. They don't have a lot that they're bringing to Columbia. They're not going to be very good.
Well, I know they get that one elite linebacker. That's all I really know.
Well, yeah, the Jason Henderson had like 150 tackles last year. Also, I mean, I don't know if that means how elite Jason Henderson is or if the rest of that defense is just shitty and he's having to make all the plays.
That could very well be the case.
Not taking anything away from Jason. I don't know anything about him, but I mean, he could be playing with 10 tomato cans.
Well, and I think this game's a 4:00 game. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah,
4:15, something like that. Yeah.
So it should be a decent crowd. I mean, obviously, first game is probably going to be a sellout. I'm just worried, man. I've got guns like PTSD. I mean, every single season, we come in, we're excited for the first game, and we just drop a fucking egg, or it's close. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Johnny Apple actually brings something factual that has some sort of relevance to the conversation. That Old Dominion led the FBS in sacks allowed last year. Yeah, they gave up like 60.
Damn, I'm surprised it won the Gamecocks.
I know, but 60 sacks, 10, 11, that's what I don't know. What is that like? At least 5 sacks a game, something like that.
Yeah, probably around there.
4.5. That's rough.
Last season they played at Virginia Tech. They beat them 30. Or they lost to them 36-17. They lost to Wake Forest 27-20.
They should have beat Virginia Tech though. I watched that game.
Texas A&M University Commerce. They played them for homecoming and they won 10-9. It's a real score. I'm serious. Texas A&M University Commerce. What the fuck is that?
Good Lord. Could you imagine if we played them?
Yeah, I mean.
Touchdown, Texas A&M University Commerce. Touchdown. Insert name here.
Todd also fucked that up. Yeah, their mascot looks like it's a lion. They beat Southern Miss in Hattiesburg. They beat App State at home. That's a quality win. They lost to Coastal by 4 at home. They lost to James Madison, everybody was loving James Madison last year. They lost to them by 3.
That's
and then
not
Liberty,
bad.
yeah, it's not bad. They Liberty beat the shit out of them, 38-10. Georgia Southern, they beat them. They also beat Georgia State last year.
Sounds like they're very bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the place. We can go with that.
Well, here's some other news y'all might have missed as well. I was watching Beamer's press conference, and I forget who it was asked a question about Mazio Bennett. But the way Beamer answered it, it sounds like Mazio is he's gonna be a wide receiver 1 for us this year. He said we're gonna be wanting to run around 3 wide receivers per package. But he was saying Mazio is gonna be busy. What do y'all think of that? Having a freshman go out there and start week 1.
I'm thinking, what the heck? I'm wondering what the heck's going on with these wide receivers they brought from. Well, the kid from Florida State seems to be, of the transfers, he seems to be the best one of the bunch.
Yeah. That Jared Brown, was he from Coastal or something?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything positive about him. The Gage guy from Miami of Ohio, I heard he's been a little bit banged up. That's what Beamer said, a little bit banged up this fall camp. So, I guess he's been kind of limited or whatever. But, they had the one big tall kid from Nevada they brought in. Haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything about Amari Huggins-Bruce from Louisville. Haven't heard anything really about Brady Hunt, the tight end from Ball State. So,
well, I was wondering.
I did hear that Nick Harbor had some nice catches in the scrimmage.
Well, Amari Higgins-Bruce, I think he's missed a couple practices recently, by the way. That's all I've heard of him. But I was wondering mainly,
like he laid out or like he was hurt.
He might be hurt. I don't pay for the State. I just scrolled through it and saw there was an article. I don't know if you got the State. Maybe you want to go and read it. But
the State?
Yeah, the State had some article about him.
Fucking paper. Every time I try to read a damn article on it, some pop up.
Exactly. I'm not giving them.
I want to give them $10 for the year to subscribe, and I'm like, no.
Fuck them. I'm not giving them a dime. But what I wanted to say though is, do you think that's speaking highly of Mazio, or do you think our wide receiver room is just that far in the dumps right now? We got to dig for the freshmen versus all those transfers we just took.
What if it's
could be a combination?
What if it's they've seen enough of him in practice where it's like, look, if we don't get this guy some snaps and put him on the field, he may hit the old transfer portal and be gone.
Well, that too. I haven't heard anything about Luke either.
Luke Doty?
Yeah.
I haven't either.
He said there was one. Well, the first scrimmage they said that he played well.
Where the fuck is Luke Doty gonna go? He's gonna stay.
No, he's not gonna go anywhere. No.
I would imagine Luke Doty. I think he kind of gets bullied out of the wide receiver room a little bit this year. I don't think he's going to see as much action as he did last year. That's just me personally. Kind of sucks for him. I know Juju McDowell's facing the same thing right now too.
Well,
yeah. Well, the one thing about him, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. So
that's true. Clemson knows that. 4th and 1 on a wheel route.
Yeah. He actually scored on that play, but
he did. But the fucking Clemson refs, man, hell yeah, he scored on that. We all saw it.
Yeah, I saw it, but of course not. But it doesn't matter. Scored next play.
Hey, how are your transfers doing in the off-season training, Rob?
Clemson doesn't have transfers, sir.
They got high school transfers.
How's
the freshman class looking?
Yeah, how's the freshman class looking?
Freshman class is looking good. Wesco's one of the guys that they think is going to be really good, but I don't buy into any of that until he actually gets on the field and plays. So,
you heard anything on Shitstain Williams?
No.
Did he get healed up from whatever was wrong with him last year?
I don't know. The wide receiving room for Clemson last year seems like a lot of them caught had their toenails catch their tampon string with a lot of them. If you go back and watch some of those games, it's the worst blocking wide receivers that Clemson had in years. Like, nobody blocks. None of them. So
Well, most of them
if I were a
were.
freshman wide receiver, I would worry more about my blocking, because that's what's going to get you on the field, because some of the upperclassmen last year played soft as hell.
Talking about last year's?
Yep.
Yeah.
They just
I
didn't.
heard, Bo Collins was too worried about getting his hair messed up to throw a block.
Yeah. But the idea of blocking just wasn't there for them. And you could watch them, like they'd set up screen passes or whatever for Maffa or Shipley, and the wide receivers wouldn't even engage the guys down the field. It was just stupid. So
you wouldn't ever saw Kenya Crooks being a bitch like that.
Well, the thing is, do you think that Garrett Riley might be on the way out after this year?
I think that Garrett Riley is going to be fine. I think the Clemson. I think Grisham, the wide receiver coach, if they don't get their shit together this year, he may be shown the door.
Well, how long did y'all sign Riley for? Does he get a big buyout?
Riley got a 4-year deal, I think.
Oh, damn.
3-year deal. I'm sorry. It's 3-year deal.
Well, I know y'all are vicious when it comes to your OCs and DCs, man. Y'all are quick to boo those motherfuckers in your own stadium. It's the most shameful, unloyal act I've ever seen in my life.
No.
You'll never see a Gamecock fan booing Will Muschamp.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You motherfuckers wanted to crucify Satterfield, so just stop it.
Hey, Satterfield was a different story. How
is that different?
You're gonna compare Satterfield to Tony Elliott? Tony Elliott brought you rings.
Tony Elliott has the national championship ring, sir.
That's why I'm saying you can't compare. Y'all ran Tony Elliott out. That's why you can't compare the two.
Tony Elliott got a fucking Power 5 job. You fucking
y'all were booing him.
Did he really?
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all were booing him.
I don't know if we can classify Virginia as a Power 5 job, but okay.
Okay. Well, if we're going to call Virginia not a Power 5 job, then South Carolina is not a Power 5 job. If we're going to go down that road,
South Carolina is a much better program than Virginia.
Yeah, by far.
Okay.
By far, and it's a bigger national brand. Let's just be honest.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
No, it's not. You're a shithole. What? Stop it. You're a shithole.
It literally.
The only reason, and this is true, the only reason your
brand is a way bigger football brand than fucking Virginia.
Because there are middle school kids that get the cock shirts and wear them to class and get suspended. That's why you're known as any kind of brand outside of Columbia. You don't even call yourself like you call yourselves Carolina, and the Carolina's in Chapel Hill. You're not even fucking who you are.
That's not even a damn school.
Okay.
They don't even have legitimate degrees.
Yeah, they give away fake degrees.
University of North Carolina is basically the college/university level of Bishop Sycamore.
Okay.
But they damn sure beat the shit out of Clemson in basketball every year, though. That's the truth.
Well,
we appreciate
that's why y'all left the ACC, because they mouth pumped y'all all the time. Y'all got tired of the way they treated you.
We got tired of winning.
If memory serves me correctly, which I wasn't there because I wasn't born yet, but the last time we played, we beat them for the ACC championship.
Yeah, and then you left the conference. You were like, no,
how does that work?
Gotta go.
Listen, North Carolina would hire quarter zip at the blink of a notice, man. They would eat quarter zip up.
North Carolina, if he was still coaching nowadays, North Carolina would show Dean Smith the door in order to hire quarter zip if they could.
I think so. I really do think so.
Because North Carolina wants to go to the first round and lose to a fucking nobody. Sure. Okay.
That was a somebody.
It was Oregon.
It took a Gamecock player to make them relevant.
Exactly right.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
All right. can we go to bed now? This is turning into a shit show.
You can go to bed with yourself. That's kind of weird to bring up, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to join you. But I do want to leave y'all with this. Horns down, all right? We're coming for Old Dominion. Fuck you. What are you, the Monarchs? I think they're the Monarchs. That's the fucking dumbest mascot I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, it's very, very unoriginal. Their coach's name, I was looking up some stuff. His last name is spelled Rahne. So his name is Ricky Ronnie. I don't know if he's any kin to Ricky Bobby or not.
That doesn't sound like a dude who knows ball to me. And believe me, I know ball.
No, right? Not really.
So fuck the Monarchs, all right? We'll be I guess you got Concord, I guess, battling for second, but as the premier football destination in the state, we'll come through for the state with a week 1 win. Don't worry about that in the upstate. Go Cox. Spurs up till my toes up. Woo!
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
All right, Jackpot. Anything else you'd like to chat about this evening before we get out of here?
No, just I'm just giving you guys fair warning. Oh, by the way, we got 74 people that are watching this. There was only 41 thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind, how about hitting the thumbs up on your way out? If you feel so inclined to do so, it helps out a lot. The more likes you get over here on these live videos, the more comments that people leave after the video is published, all helps with the algorithm on that. It's not that hard to hit the thumbs up button. Do it. Just do it. Do it now, please.
Enter the contest. The pot's over $2,000 now, isn't it, Jackpot?
Yeah, so it's sitting about $2,300 right now, and it's on the way to 3,000. Feel very confident in that happening.
$3,000. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys, and we shall see you later on.